Everybody in the groove. Well, stick around. We're just warming up, baby.
Hello, welcome. Sunday afternoon, spinning, streaming, all of the things. How are you today? How was your weekend? Oh my goodness, Sunday, here we are. Yeah, Monday's on its way. Doing good. I got nothing done. That's not true. I did some cleaning. Yeah, I did some cleaning, but that don't count. Anyway, gonna do some flying today, and I've got my Aura, the big wheel in front of me. Gonna use its big bobbin because the bobbins of the Roberta that I spun the Cormo on are very full. They're almost completely full, so I know there's going to be quite a bit of yarn. I still have about the same amount to spin again. I should be able to spin and fill the two bobbins. So I think this time around I will weigh the fiber and try and divide it more specifically. I knew I had so much before, I was just filling bobbins, but this time I will try and get it divided. This yarn is supposedly, it's white and it's supposedly destined to be dyed green and red for Christmas colors. I would love to have enough to keep white, but I probably have other white fiber that I can spin and add to it if I need white. So as long as it's the sort of like the Cormo, right? I could spin merino or something like that, and it would work just fine. So let's go to there. And I just got my wheel set up and started to make sure I was comfortable and in the camera. I hate plying. Yeah. And this isn't the best yarn. I mean, I would not sell this yarn. I don't know once I knit it into something if it's going to be noticeable that it's bumpy or not. Hi, Kay. Have to come to that. Cross that bridge when I come to it. Figure it out. Happy Sunday, Kay. Here we are again. Weekend almost over. My biggest accomplishment yesterday was going for groceries. It wasn't crowded. I was surprised. It was not crowded. It wasn't bad weather. And better weather is predicted, so I guess everybody figured they didn't need to run for the milk and bread like they always do when the bad weather's coming. But I needed it, so we went grocery shopping. I don't know why I'm looking at my yarn. I'm trying to figure out just how bad it's going to look. It's going to be uh, after I get it washed. I think it's going to be 9 or 10 wraps per inch. It's going to be bulky. I on stream a long time ago around Christmas time, before Christmas time, I did towels that had a Christmas theme with gnomes on it, and it had red crocheted towel toppers, so you can hang them on your stove or refrigerator or whatever. And I had that cotton yarn left over, and it's red. It's Christmas red. and it's not that much, so I decided I would just make a washcloth out of it. So I started this yesterday. I was waiting for hubby to be ready to go to the grocery store. I was ready, but he had some stuff to do, so I was passing time trying to figure out. I had a standard pattern. Well, a pattern came with a crochet topper little thing booklet that had the pattern for those in it. So I started it. It starts in the corner, right? And I did 10 rows. And I'm thinking about if I'm going to keep this, or maybe it would be nice to send handmade washcloth or handmade dishcloth to my friend in California who does not knit or crochet. She's the one I made the Afghan for. So anyway, I'm thinking about that, and I'm thinking, well, shoot, it's red and Valentine's Day's coming. I wonder if there's a pattern for a heart-shaped dishcloth. So I get my pad out and I Google, and sure enough, there is. So what do? I take those 10 rows out and I start over. Okay. And I really think it's starting at the point, but my story is that it had 3 rows listed. Row 1, do a certain thing. Row 2, knit. Row 3, do a certain thing. And then I read it to say, repeat these 3 rows. You were increasing stitches. Repeat these 3 rows until you had 36 stitches. Guess what? It wasn't repeat these 3 rows. It was repeat the 3rd row. So I took it out again. And it hasn't been started again. Now I'm on a deadline, right? I'm going to work on it after I get done streaming today. Shouldn't take too long. Unless I, don't read the directions right again or something. And have to start over again. It's knit though. I like the fact that it's knit and not crochet. I like crochet, but I think the fabric that a knit dishcloth makes is better than a crocheted one. It's warming up here. It's like I'm almost to the point I don't need bunches of layers of clothes in the house. It's not going to last, I'm sure, but it'll be nice to have a break. Our warmest day is supposed to be on Tuesday. I think there's a lot of people warming up over the United States this next couple days. I am drinking warm water. Hubby thinks I'm crazy to drink warm water, but it tastes good in the wintertime. And I was gonna I've had coffee, a fair number of cups this morning, and I was just trying to decide whether to make another pot of coffee, make a pot of tea, make a cup of tea. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to drink hot water. So I registered for Sock Madness. Registration's open through the 14th. If you're interested, Kay. I don't remember if you do it or not. Oh my gosh, before I got on to stream, I went to, on my Twitch, I follow a channel that has cats and kittens, and they're a rescue. And they have a camera a lot on various and sundry places, and this one was a Newman cat, only a mom with 4 baby kittens that were just like, oh God, like cuteness factor times 10, you know. It's called Cute Avalanche for a reason. The Twitch channel. It's not like I have it on often. It's like I pop in and check it when I sit down and open up Twitch and then go on and do what I was going to do. I think the next spinning that I do is going to be the green and white roll logs that match with the sparkle that match the red yarn that I had. There's 9 roll logs, and I did it on the nano. I think I'm going to do the green just to have something wonderful to spin after this before I do more of this. You know, other people who were not, I don't know, spinners like with a capital S like I am. I mean, you know, I'm a diehard spinner. Other people would look at me and say, why bother making it? Well, the truth is, in my mind, it may not be perfect yarn, but it's very, you know, it's usable, it's serviceable. I did not start out intending to make crappy yarn, but the processing of a fleece, I bought the fleece, and in the process of processing it, it just ended up not very nice fiber. And it's probably because of somewhat part of the fiber is from its clip, right? How it was sheared and all that, but the other part was just the fact that it's not fond of being handled that much, you know, processed that much, gone through a drum carter and all that. And I chose to drum cart it to get more done quickly instead of doing the combing, which would have made a better yarn. So it was a lot of decisions on my part that affected that. But I'm an advocate for, doesn't matter what your yarn looks like that you make, you will be able to do something with it. It's going to stay together. As long as you put enough twist in it, it's going to stay together. And the only thing that's kind of a problem with this, it will always have to be hand washed. It's not superwash. Because sheep do not come with superwash fleece. You can't buy it that way. Hello. Oh, somebody's sitting in ads waiting. See you in a minute, but thank you for the follow, Innocuous. I appreciate that. We'll see you when you get here. Boy, I may not get it all on one bobbin on the Yara. I say that every time, and I do, but this is bulky. This is eating up the bobbin space. Well, hubby and I had a serious discussion about traveling in the first weekend of May to Maryland for the Maryland Sheep and Wool. And, I looked it up. It's 750 miles from us. I was hoping it was not quite so far so that we could go there, spend the night, go to the thing, spend the night, and go home, just being 2 nights to stay. And he just looked at me and he says, 4 nights at least. And I looked at what I drive when we go down to Florida. The first day that is close to, it's a long drive, was only 600 miles, so it was 150 miles less than what that drive would be. So doing it in one day would not be possible. So I don't know right now. There is no reason to go because I have at least 5 that I could go to that are not big drives. They're at the most 4-hour drive. We still may choose to spend the night, but they're not that bad. And 2 of them I could gather my buddies and we could go as a carpool. My daughter and my spinning friend, and my daughter has some friends that likes to go. So that's lots of fun. There's no reason that shouldn't be enough. I told him, I said, it's like Maryland Sheep and Wool is like the Holy Grail, right? This is going to be their 50th year, their 50th anniversary this year too, according to their website. But they have done a lot of stuff online. You had to pay for it, but they ran a whole bunch of classes a couple weeks ago. I think it was $60 to register and get all the classes. But, they are really pretty smart about, they're pretty computer savvy, right? And using that as part of their way of their outreach is what I'm trying to say. So that's definitely something I could do. $60 is a lot cheaper than 4 nights in a hotel. And what I'd end up buying, I told him that. I said, you know, it's crazy. I vowed I would not buy anything more for a couple years. I mean, just, I have to work through the stash. And I said, here it is again. You know, I'm going to want to go to these fiber fairs because they're so much fun. It's so much fun to see all that stuff. See the animals, see the fibers, see the spinners, see the knitters, see the weavers. You know, it's just, it's so much fun. And if you get to go with like-minded friends, it's even more so. Hubby he likes them. He likes fiber fairs. He goes around, talks to all the people, and, you know, walks around with me. So he likes them as much as I do. He just doesn't want me to buy anything. He doesn't buy anything. Speaking of not buying anything, okay. So we were, you know, in the last stream I was talking about, we had cabin fever really bad. We were planning a day out Friday. And it turned out to be a pretty nice, you know, it wasn't overly warm, but it was sunny. And so we took off about 11 o'clock to drive 2 hours to close to the Cincinnati area. We didn't cross the river. In fact, we didn't really go into Cincinnati, but it was close to it on the way. And there always has been, for all the years that we've gone up to that area for our weekend getaways and all that sort of stuff, there has been an antique mall at this one exit. And we have stopped there any number of times over the years. It was so big, I could never do the whole thing. And so it was kind of like, yeah, we'll go and I'll do, you know, this third of it or whatever. And then next time I'll do this third. Not that it would be the same, but, you know, it just was really big. So we drove up there and we went to where it was, and it wasn't there. There was another store there. And we haven't been there for quite a while. I think it was pre-pandemic since we last went. And so we were like, okay, maybe we got the wrong place. And we drove around a little bit looking for it. And then we couldn't find it. We knew we found like a regular mall, and we knew that one. And so we finally said, okay, let's go eat and figure out what to do about this. And while we were eating, driving, I couldn't really get on the phone and do internet search and stuff very well. Hubby was trying to look it up and stuff, but anyway, while we were eating, I found their webpage that says permanently closed. It's like, oh man. That was disappointing. I was so looking forward to, hubby will say to me, what are you looking for? You know, what are you going to look for? I said, I don't know. I'll know when I find it. I just like looking at stuff and want to find something, right? So anyway, that didn't work. So we headed back home, and I know that the area around us has 2 of these booth rental places called Peddler's Mall. You know, the vendors will rent a space and set up a booth. So it was sort of similar to what we were going to go to anyway. And we have one that's kind of close to us that we go to. So I said, let's go to the one that's we don't get to, that's further out, since we're coming that direction anyway. So we did. We spent 2 hours in there. I had a great time. And that was my whole point to the story I was going to make here, was, you know, after a while, hubby and I separate. We just don't look at things at the same speed, and when we finally caught up, I had found a number of things, and I showed him. They're mostly glassware, which we like, and I showed it to him, and I said, "Well, what'd you find?" "Nothing, nothing." I said, "How's come you can't find anything? Why don't you buy things?" "Oh, I don't need it." It's like, all he wants to do is look at it. Why would you do that? So I did get my shopping in, but sure, it just was disappointing in a lot of ways. To find out a business that we have always liked was permanently gone. And of course, no surprise with the pandemic. They probably closed down in 2019 when everything had to be closed down, or 2020, I'm sorry, in 2020 when everything had to be closed down. And, the vendors are like, I'm not going to do that. Considering if I was someone like that, I think I would be, at that point in time, they were not sure of anything, and I think I probably would have gone in and just taken my stuff out. I suppose they have contracts, but I always figured they run month to month. One of the things I bought was a 1954 book of that came with a Presto. It was a cookbook. It's a little pamphlet cookbook. Actually, it was pretty thick. It had a lot of recipes in it, but it came with a electric skillet that you stands on your counter. They call it a tabletop skillet, right? And you can plug it in. And my mom has one. I don't actually have one. I just two things. It's kind of hard to cook down at my mom's house. Especially as far as oven goes, and she doesn't have a crock pot. So we're not as real fond of crock pot meals, but we get that electric skillet out a lot when we're down there to fry a hamburger, make spaghetti sauce, And I thought, well, I'll just take this cookbook down there with me and we'll have it down there. But I looked through it, and some of the recipes, it was like, oh, yeah, I remember having that as a child, because that's, that was brought out very close to when I was born. So it was very much kind of food I grew up on, I think. And I just, it was too good a deal. It was 50 cents. Too good a deal. I knew that was going to happen. God darn it. Okay, goodbye, Innocuous. You broke the rules. I guess it doesn't actually remove first time chat users. That's not good either. Well, banned them but the damage is done. I'm gonna refresh the chat. That'll make it go away. I've seen that website before. That is a very persistent spammer. There really is a problem. You can make first time chatters wait. They have to be followers. So that's the first block. And then they have to wait 10 minutes after following. So that's the second block. See, and this one went ahead and went through all the blocks. It's the best that Twitch offers. Short of not letting chat at all, which I wouldn't do. That would be no fun. This is going quicker than I thought it would. The bobbins are getting very close to just about 2 more passes on them. That's an owie. Boy, that was sharp. Get that out of there. There it is. Boy, that's underspun. Whoa. I suppose I ought to start thinking about doing our taxes. It's time. I think I should have everything. Well, I'm going to have to wrap some off here onto my hand. Let me put this over on the other side. Oh. I'll tell you, at least today I can move better. Yesterday, it may have been all the driving on Friday, or I don't know. I could hardly walk yesterday. Oh, goodness. Got this a little tight on my fingers. Okay. Let's cut that. Okay. Let go. There you go. Come on. Oh, you're still wrapped on here. That's why. All right. Now you can go. Not the best joint I've ever made. Everything about this skein of yarn is just like... Alright, quit falling off here. I don't know why this doesn't want to feed like it usually does. Oh, man. About ready to give up on it. Alright. What in the world is wrong with you? Let's try it there. I've never had this not work. Hi, HG. How are you today? Happy Sunday. Happy weekend. Hope you're well. I am fighting with a misbehaving Cormo yarn. Although I'm almost to the end of it here. I'm doing the last little bit. Whoops. I got a big tangle there. Yes. Big bobbin. The singles were spun. This is going to be a bulky weight. The singles were spun on the Roberta. And they were full bobbins on the Roberta, which are half the size of this bobbin, so I knew I was going to need the big bobbin to ply it. This is Cormo. It's home processed, so it's started as a fleece and now it's yarn. But, as I said, it's pretty bulky. You think playing's fun? I get bored, but I like doing it on stream because I have people to talk to. Plying is less... It depends on the... fiber you're spinning and how well it's prepped and all that. If it's an annoying spin, yeah, plying's better, at least once it's in singles. But if it's a beautiful spin like butter, you know, spin as a single, usually it's so thin It's kind of a pain to apply. I think anyway. Necessary evil though. Don't get yarn without ply. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of break here, and then I am not going to spin on the Ara or the Roberta. I think I'm going to spin on the Nano. I will skein that bobbin off stream because I like to count out loud, and that's pretty boring. So I'll do that probably tomorrow. Keep grabbing the cord here. So what's new with you, HG? Anything? Just waiting for springtime, like the rest of us. Okay. I may have to get the cord out. We'll see how the battery does here. Oh no, I have it. Well, I have it directly plugged in. I have the direct plug. That'll work. I don't need to use a battery. You just finished knitting a vest for hubby. You're planning to start to make another quilt. Oh, that's nice. You made a quilt for your granddaughter last fall, winter, and it's whetted your appetite to make another one. Do you have another grand child to make one for? I always thought that was, I mean, I'm not a quilter, but I've known a lot of quilters, and that seems to be the big incentive, right? And why not? I mean, it's a wonderful heirloom kind of thing. But make it for the grandchildren or the family, the daughter, son. Oh, where's my bobbins? Right here. I have bobbins, yes. This will be for you. Okay. Unless it's small enough to give to your daughter. I don't know why I don't take this purple yarn off. I should. This is the bobbin came with this on there. It was the practice yarn that people were, when I bought this, Susan from Susan Fiber was showing it, to people, and she had been using this purple fiber to spin to show it. I just never took it off. All the other bobbins I had to put leaders on. I don't know if I want that or not. I don't think I do. Just drop my plug. for a plug. Okay, are we... Where's the camera here? Or can I move the camera? Maybe it'll be nice enough Tuesday I can go out, sit in the sun, and pick a fleece. You know, pick it apart so I can wash it. I think I have 3 that I need to do yet. And hello, ads. We went through our hour of music. That's true. Okay. This is what I'm spinning. It is from Something Wonderful. They are Rologs. They've got sparkle in them. They are green and white, probably merino. And there are 9 of them. So I use this one because there's not much. I mean, that's all I have is the 9 Rologs. So I'm going to do 4.5 on each bobbin. And I already did the pack that I bought that was red and white. Right, they're Christmas colors. She did them for Christmas. I don't know if she named this or not. American Merino with Angelina. It's called Holiday Sparkle. So, and I did not buy it from this year. I bought it from a year ago, which is why I'm going ahead and spinning it. It's been around and it's time to do it. But she has made wonderful Rologs. They are been a joy to spin. This needs to go back a little bit. Hopefully it's, yeah, it does. Okay. Oops, not pulling in. What's it caught on? I don't know. I love the yarn this made with the red. So, I didn't get a whole lot though. And unfortunately, I'm not posting her link because she does not have anything on her website. I'll double check when I take a break here, but the last time I looked, she doesn't. She sells on Etsy. So she may even have. I don't know if you can still search for them if they no longer have an active account. I'm not really sure how Etsy works. She used a lot of sparkle in here, though. As promised, I'm going to look her up here. Okay, that's not right. Something wonderful. It's something. Something wonderful is not correct here. Yeah, something wonderful studio. Huh. Maybe if I get the studio in there. No items listed right now. She'll do special requests, but... Hi, Mass Bandit. I am doing great. Thank you for asking. How are you? Oh, where can I put this battery? Put it right there. I'm spinning on my teeny tiny E electric nano. And my water is no longer got cold. It's no longer hot. Okay. Just a little more speed. It's white with green sparkly stuff in it. Makes it look really stripy with green. I love it. Kind of reminds me of a peppermint. I like the green peppermints better than the red and white. I suppose one is peppermint and one is spearmint. So the fiber producer did this as a holiday color, but you could do it year round as peppermint colors, mint colors. It's like the music got louder. Doesn't matter since I'm not talking, but oh, I didn't save any of this green for my record thing. I need to do that. A lot of sparkle ran to the end there on that one. Doesn't always, but did on that one. Hi, knitter. You're late to the party. How are you? You've probably been busy. Welcome. That's all right. You just missed the boring part. Before this, I was playing. So, oh, come on. Uh-oh, it doesn't like that. I got it too tight here. Let's give it a little more slack. There we go. Let's see. How about that? Oh, still doesn't like it. There we go. Okay. Not pulling in. I don't like being on the edge here. For one thing. And you was here, but you could not send much. I'm not sure why. Knitting right now, and boy, are you spinning fast. Um, it's a small bobbin, so it's filling up real fast. I'm not sure why either. Could not send messages. I did have. Oh, it's not going at all. I had one spammer earlier, but I just blocked them. Let me take a look at this end here. That looks all right. I just checked your little whatever there. I have no idea why. Must have been Twitch doing it. I don't think it's anything I have set. Alright, I'm having trouble with the bobbin. Uh-oh, don't do that. Get caught it. I am having trouble here now. I am going to... I should be able to spin more than this on this bobbin. But I am going to take this part off. Okay. Well, there's nothing stuck in there. It's still not pulling in. There's other bobbins I have trouble with, but I don't usually have trouble with this bobbin. This is the one I usually do most of my spinning on. Oh, I see what's going on there. This is a little board thing underneath there is kind of loose. That's not affecting the spinning, it's affecting the wiggle that I keep experiencing. Right, why are you going slow? Why are you going slow? That's already fast speed. I hope this little nano isn't dying. The motor and all that. Could be just the belt. I mean, this dry band here. Getting worn out. All right. For a little bit yet. I only need to do this and half of a row log on this bobbin, so let's hope it will go. There's 9 row logs, and so that's 4.5 each bobbin. Yep. You're not going in. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Now it's wrapped around there. Oh, come on. Feed in. Why are you doing that? have the red yarn, red and white yarn that goes with this. I'll right over there on the bed. I'll get it and show it here as soon as I finish this half of a row log. Because it did turn out pretty. I haven't washed it yet. Alright, I'm going to call that a half. And that bobbin done. This is what the red yarn looks like. Ignore that purple, that was part of my leader. Doesn't sparkle very much up there, but you can see the red running through it. Let me go to the other camera. Yep, you can see the red sparkle in there. It's subtle. Nice skein of yarn. I got 51, believe it or not, I got 102 yards. Yeah. That's, the red is not fiber, it's that metallic sparkle stuff, so. But it runs all through there. And this one's going to be the same, except green. Now I have to take this off the bobbin. Off. Can't do that. I have to do this. You're cross stitching, are you? Having a pleasant Sunday afternoon, a relaxing Sunday afternoon. I spun the red on this. I got a little bit left there. All 9 of these roll logs together is just a little over an ounce, 1.2 ounce. I am very surprised I got 100 yards, 2-ply. Okay, which do I want to do here? I think this one. I could hardly tell which one was my half. It just, I think that bobbin was getting too heavy for that last roll log and a half. I didn't want to spin because this is just like easy, easy, easy. Nothing, not a problem in the world here. I won't get this finished today. I want to go take a look and see if there's somebody to raid. So I will do that after I do one more row log. And then I'll sit and spin another one while I talk to the streamer we raid. Maybe. Can't type and spin at the same time. If JK's on, I never know, because I know sometimes she likes to raid me, and I think one time she tried and I had just gone off at that time. I don't know. I think she and I tend to stream at the same time on Sundays. Of course, her schedule varies. I know that too. All right. checking Twitch here. Sleeping Luna is on. Toasty Treat is during her watercolor and journaling. Sofka Love is doing cross stitching. That's a good one. Delira doing all the crafts. Okay. That's good. Right now, JK's not on. She's about to end? Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's too bad. You're double dipping. I like that, but how are you doing that? You just going back and forth? Or you have Twitch open twice? I think it'll let you do that. Well, multitasker, you are great at that, huh? Really? Along with your cross stitching. You have two screens and you have two browsers, but can do with one. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Twitch is... No, I got it muted. It's not Twitch, it's the music. Okay. Why did you decide to do this? You go along so good. You're so good. And then you won't pull in at all. I don't get it. Are you wrapped somewhere? Must have been wrapped somewhere. Couldn't see where though. This is why I get 100 yards out of it. I tell you what, one of these Rologs has a lot of fiber in it. Really. Especially spinning as thin. It's thinner than I was spinning that Cormo. See if I can get it to go up against the edge there. It doesn't like the edges very well. Well, these three will be, I can watch a show on Prime or whatever and get them done. With those three left, that's a good day's job. Good day's work, I should say, not job. Ooh, excuse me for yawning. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna go probably turn off the music here. Go take a look at Twitch again. Looks like Sleeping Lunar Design's making a star out of. You know, that almost looks like a tanning shuttle. Go take a look at her.
Laundry's going. Thanks for that. Thanks for
Oh,
the
no, it's
reminder that my
crochet
laundry
hook.
needed to be turned on. I put the clothes in the washing machine.
That's a crochet hook. And yes, that's thin thin strand of yarn. Muggy day in the studio. Oh, play in the mud. It must be hot where she is. I'm looking at the ones I don't follow. See what they're doing. Okay. We'll raid Sleepy Luna Design. Let me get her.
Look at me and went, ew, what? It was probably like, ew. It was probably thinking we want to cash in on a naked Frozen during shower time. That's probably what happened. I'm glad you're doing good.
Okay, I'm going to mute her so that I can say goodbye. Because the last time I said goodbye, I forgot to raid. So we'll see if we can remember both this time. The Sunday is really a good time to raid. Tuesday mornings, hardly anybody, and Thursday evening, it's pretty late. A lot of people aren't. It's Sunday afternoon is a really, really good time to catch people. So I will be back Tuesday morning. It's supposed to be a crafting day. So I don't know exactly what I'll be doing. I haven't figured that out yet. There we go. All right, that worked. So everybody take care. Have a good end to your weekend and a good start to your week. And be safe and healthy. And I will catch you on Tuesday morning or whenever. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. Bye. Here we go.
Streamer awards are coming up. Oh my god. That's a raid. Oh shit.